Guys, it's your girl T. So like I've told you, the last few days have been really crazy, okay? So what went down is that this past Friday, Steve Harvey decided to meet with Donald J. Trump. When I tell you folks drug Steve Harvey up and down social media by that damn mustache on his face, I fell out. People were going off on Steve Harvey. People were really upset because he went to go meet with Donald Trump at Trump Towers. This was this past Friday. And on top of that, he had made some really disparaging comments about Asian men. So folks were already mad at him about that. So when I tell you everybody named Mama came out, they all had something to say about him. D.L. Hughley was very vocal. He was very upset. T.I. spoke out. T.I. has been on his conscious shit lately. T.I. not only spoke out about this situation, he also penned an open letter which he read to President Obama and Donald J. Trump. So that open letter was really good. If you guys have not listened to the whole open letter, I'll put the link down below. Now, on top of these guys speaking out, Mike Epps also spoke out. A lot of people on social media had something to say about the situation. So now, after all this backlash, Steve Harvey's finally speaking out as well. And he's addressing everybody who has something to say. I want you guys to go ahead and check out these comments, these tweets, what people had to say about Steve Harvey. And then also listen to Steve Harvey's response that he did today on his show. Check this out. I'm going to come back with the rest of my commentary.
We need to build a wall.
Steve Harvey said that he met with Donald Trump to help with the inner cities. Boy, you lying right through that dead hamster on your face. I ain't never rocked with Steve Harvey turkey bacon looking ass. Because after they did Kings of Comedy, Bernie Mac got a role in Ocean's 11, and then this Walmart rotisserie chicken looking ass nigga tried to undercut Bernie Mac to get the part. How you gonna do that to your brother? Listen to me, if you want to be in the entertainment industry, and you do a show or an appearance, and the promoter looks like this, you are not about to get your money. Tell me that ain't the face a dude makes when he gets caught with his side chick at the movie theater. You want to know how I can tell that he really is full of shit? Because Steve Harvey hosts multiple shows, and he has a radio show, and he did live comedy for decades. With that being said, you'll be hard-pressed to find a time where Steve Harvey is at a loss for words. So, Steve, why were you meeting with Donald Trump?
Oh, no. I was,
Your overcooked hot dog looking ass is lying.
I just talked to Steve Harvey on the phone.
I'll get y'all together real quick.
When I found out what he wanted to meet up with Donald Trump about, he wanted to meet up with Donald Trump because he's trying to buy that White House. He trying to buy it through hood.
Hey, what's happening, everybody? Man, happy King Day to you. Man, I'm just getting up, and I'm seeing all this stuff on TV, man. Look, I'm going to tell all you celebrities, black, minority, all of you, man, athletes, man, all of you, look, let me tell you something. There's a strategic plan that people are trying to make you a part of, okay? So do not accept any invitation to have any meeting, no matter how positive you think the outcome may be, without understanding, man, people have a very Willie Lynch agenda, okay? And you being there, being seen with them, taking pictures and smiling and being positive, it may seem positive to you, but there's a hidden agenda, man. And you might not know it, but now you have been warned. Do not go in there unless you have a strategy or you with John Lewis or somebody who can represent us. Okay, man, so let me be specific with you, man. I'm explaining to you in great detail. All right, step by step. I seen all these people over the weekend going back and forth in and out there, man, officers. And if you want to take a picture, then cool. That's what you do. But let me show you exactly where they coming from, okay? They seen how adamantly against him being president, the hip-hop community and the young black people was in America. So what do? They get Kanye West to come in. Well, he's their representative. They listen to his music. They buy his shoes. They go see him in concert. Well, surely if we take a picture with him, he smiles and says he's cool with it. They'll fall right in line. Okay, and also, you know, you got black women, you know, they were against it. Well, who speaks to the black women? Steve Harvey. Let's get him in here. He'll take a picture. He'll smile. He'll say it's cool. They'll fall right in line. Who else? They love football. Let's get Ray Lewis. Let's get Jim Brown. They were the heroes. Surely if they say they cool with it. And also on the week when you going back and forth with Martin Luther King, homeboy, one of the most prolific civil rights activists of our times, you going to get Martin Luther King's son or Martin Luther King Day to come in there and meet with you? And y'all got to see this, man. Divide or conquer. Okay, so this may sound a bit more critical, you know what I mean? And not that I want to sit at a judgmental seat or that I'm holier than thou or nothing like that, man. But, I mean, I don't want kids looking at this, man, to think just because I ain't saying nothing that I'm all right with it, you know what I mean? And first of all, let me tell you this. There's nothing wrong with sitting down across from anybody, no matter how different your views may be from theirs or, you know, how different your backgrounds may be. As long as they give you the basic human decency of respecting your values, respecting your ancestors' legacies, and they're not representing hate groups that are adamantly against your advancement and progressions as a people, all right? With that being said, Kanye, what the fuck you doing, man? Steve, man, you know way better than this, man. You know what I'm saying? Jim Brown, really? Martin Luther King, man, this your goddamn daddy birthday, bro. You gonna go and sit down with, hey, man, divide and conquer, bro. You know what I mean? Willie Lynch, read up on it. Don't be a part of it. Be against it.
It amazes me that to convince black people that Donald Trump cares about them, he takes pictures with celebrities. It's amazing to me. If Donald Trump cared about black people, he wouldn't have denigrated the president with those claims of birtherism. He wouldn't have stoked fears and racist fears of saying this man is less than or is not one of us to become president. He wouldn't have, in the debates, talked about bringing back stop and frisk. Jeff Sessions would most certainly would not be his pick to head the Justice Department. Donald Trump takes pictures with black people. You know why you have a comedian, a rapper, and a football player out to talk about the concerns of the community? Because that's the positions you're used to seeing us in. You'd rather have black people be football players, comedians, and rappers than the president. You'd rather see us run the ball than run the country. That's why you do it. I ain't gonna never forget what you said about this man and how you got where you are. Some people might, but I never will. I'll never forget how you denigrated his family. I'll never forget how you stoked fears. Fuck you now and fuck you forever.
Comedian Steve Harvey is speaking out about the backlash over his meeting with President-elect Trump.
A lot of y'all hurt me. I didn't expect the backlash to be so vicious. But I also understand that if I'm going to keep getting stabbed at, then at least while you stabbing me, you should understand my intent for even taking the meeting in the first place. I'm from the hood. I've been trying to do my part for years for boys and girls.
Harvey called into his own syndicated radio show after social media exploded with criticism over his get-together at Trump Tower. He was also mocked on Saturday Night Live.
It's me, Steve Harvey. Yeah, I do government now. Does this bode well for our country? Survey say.
Harvey's wife, Marjorie, is coming to his defense, writing on Instagram, "Doing the right thing sometimes isn't popular, but it's okay. You always make me proud."
All right, so you guys just saw folks' response to Steve Harvey and what Steve Harvey had to say about the situation. Now, on top of Steve Harvey going to go meet with Donald J. Trump, Martin Luther King's son, Martin Luther King III, also went to go meet with Donald Trump at Trump Towers. So a lot of folks were really, really upset about this. You know, so it's just been a lot of mess that's been going on. A lot of people are really hurt about the situation. They feel like, you know, a lot of these celebrities are so-called selling out and cooning and things like that. But now, as of today, after Steve Harvey said his little bit on the radio station, Chuck D is now speaking out as well. He spoke to TMZ, and basically this is what Chuck D had to say. I'm going to go ahead and read to you guys what Chuck D told TMZ today. So Chuck D says, certain members of the black community need to sit face to face with any perceived adversary so they can find out what's really going down with the new administration and let everyone else know. Chuck also says it's great that so many artists and entertainers are protesting this year's inauguration, but it doesn't have to be everybody. We got to stick it out for the next 4 years, but having an inside man or two will only help our cause. So that's what Chuck D had to say. So basically, in a roundabout way, he's kind of defending Steve Harvey, and he's saying that we need some people in on the inside, you know what I'm saying, who kind of know where Donald Trump is coming from, who can talk to him on behalf of, you know, black people or whatever. One thing that I do like and appreciate about all this drama, it sparked a lot of debating on the intellectual side. You know what I'm saying? Usually everybody comes together to, you know, clown and act a fool. And even though the memes were being cranked out, and even though, you know, there were funny videos and people having this and that to say, there was also a lot of intelligent conversation being had as well on social media. So I did like that aspect of it. You know, again, with the Steve Harvey situation, just like with the Chrisette Michele situation, if Steve Harvey felt like that's what he needed to do, that's his own business. But he also needs to realize that when you do certain things like that, and a majority of your fan base is African American, and that they're not feeling Donald Trump, you need to expect that backlash. You know what I'm saying? You can't sit there and be all salty face and all solemn on the radio and that you don't get why you got so much backlash. I mean, it should be common sense why you got the backlash. You know what I mean? Just own up to it. You went to go meet with him. You have no regrets about it, and keep it pushing. But stop acting shocked like you don't understand why black folks are mad about you meeting with Donald Trump. You know, and a lot of people that are Donald Trump supporters feel like, you know what, people are being way too sensitive. They're being way too disrespectful. And they feel like Donald Trump has the right to ask anyone to meet with him. And if they so choose to meet with him, then that's on that person. You know what I'm saying? Just let it be. And I kind of agree with that. You know, I see where they're coming from on that front, because it seems like, what are we going to do besides complain every time somebody goes to go meet with Trump? I mean, if we're going to do this for the next 4 years, every time a rapper or, you know, a entertainer goes to meet with Trump, we're just going to take to social media and go off and blast him and you know what I'm saying, and troll that person to death? Or are we just going to be like, you know what, okay, fine, they met with Trump, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? Now we need to focus on important things like group economics, coming together as a people, you know, things like that. Now for me, I would more prefer for Donald Trump to meet with politicians and to meet with people in positions of power just like he is. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of every time he meets with black folks, it's always an entertainer, it's always a rapper. That's the same thing D.L. Hughley was saying, and I definitely agree with that. There's a lot of black folks who do a lot more than just entertain people that Donald Trump can also meet and engage with. You know, now as far as Martin Luther King III, I'm not surprised at all with him meeting with Donald Trump. People have said a lot of things about Martin Luther King III. A lot of folks say that he's shady. D.L. Hughley also addressed this yesterday on social media. This is what D.L. Hughley had to say about MLK III. Check this out. All right, so you guys just saw what D.L. Hughley had to say, and I don't disagree with him. This is the same man that tried to sell MLK's Bible and all types of other memorabilia owned by his father. So he's definitely a shady character, so I'm not surprised that he would be meeting with Donald Trump. Now, on top of that, Martin Luther King's niece, she also spoke out to Fox News, and this is what she had to say.
So I really agree with the president. Let's fix Atlanta. Let's fix America. Mr. Trump, I voted for him. I understood what he meant when he says, let's roll up our sleeves together. All right, so you guys just saw that video of MLK's niece and what she had to say, and she's a strong Donald Trump supporter. So, you know, the whole situation is just insane. It's crazy, all this stuff that's going down. But like I said, I do appreciate that it is sparking a lot of dialogue, and people are having a lot of really smart conversations about how they genuinely feel about this entire situation, and with this man getting ready to take office in less than 24 hours. So anyways, y'all, let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this entire crazy situation, once again concerning Steve Harvey
Harvey, everybody and their mama going at him in his response to everything. So how did you guys feel about that when you guys first found out that Steve Harvey went to go meet with Donald Trump? And then how did you guys feel about MLK Jr. also going to go meet with Donald Trump? So let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Go ahead and leave a comment. All right, deuces. Hey you guys, it's your girl T. Make sure to subscribe, like, and share my videos. You can also visit Lovelyti.com to purchase any merchandise. Also, don't forget to click the boxes down below to watch any of my previous videos. Talk to y'all later. Deuces.